Hello YouTube, Real Shooting here. Just got out to the Mont Belvieu City Park Pond. There's a couple of people fishing around here. Hopefully we're gonna get a bite though. I don't know. It is a little bit windy today, so that's good. At least we have the disturbance. On the surface of the water, it's not cloudy at all. You can see we have very clear skies. It does feel cooler than yesterday, but I think that's because it's already later in the evening today. It's 6 p.m. now. I have a lipless tied on my medium heavy combo, so I'm gonna start off with that just so I don't have to retie. Hopefully we can get a bite on that. I also brought out my drop shot rod. I can try a couple of different lures, but I normally don't fish that here because of all the grass. We'll have to see if we can make it work. If not, I'm probably gonna throw jigs or crankbaits, maybe a spinnerbait or a Texas rig. We'll see, but we'll start off with the lipless for now. You guys stay tuned. There we go. Oh, and he came off. That looked like it was a catfish. He barely bit that back treble. Wow, he didn't bend out the hook, but he definitely hit it right here. He chased it up. Let's get back to fishing. There we go. There we go. We got one. We got one. Wow, he has a messed up mouth. That is a good size on him too though. Oh. Look at that. He has like a sore on the bottom. That's disgusting, bass. Absolutely destroyed the jerkbait. Trying to get these hooks out of him. Now this is the trouble that really got in you. Oh, there we go. We got one barb out. There we go. Disgusting looking bass. Look at that on the bottom of his mouth. Bloody tail too a little. Bass number one. It's going right back right there. Let's get back to fishing. Alright you guys. Put on a Texas rig, 6-inch zoom lizard. Color is black. Let's see. I kind of want to work something on the bottom now because they're not really chasing. bass. Is there any on this little shallow island? There we go. Whoa. Just swimming the lizard. Bass number 2. Ooh, that popped right out of him. Nice little one. He wanted it. Nice. Put him back in. There he goes. Alright, you guys, so on that last bass, I actually cast it out here in front of me. I was actually going to target this drain pipe up here. Sometimes there's a bass there, but if you walk by, you'll just spook it off more towards where my lure landed, a couple of feet away from it. I'm going to try again, though, to get into that drain pipe area. I think there might be a couple of bass there willing to bite the lizard. I was swimming that lizard and he went for it. That was pretty exciting. Not expecting it either. I don't know if he was cruising shallow or he was just sitting there when the lizard came by. Oh, and the wind is blowing this way too. When the sun starts to go down, like it is right now, it's 7:16. I don't know how much more daylight we have. You really want to fish this center part here, at least in the summer, because I know there's like a little island in there. It's like grass, and the bass like to sit on there. And when you drop the bait on there or drag it on that grass, normally you'll get a couple of strikes, but it's like really towards the end of the day. I'm giving you guys some pro tips here, some secrets to this pond. It's not a secret anymore, I just told you. Now can we get one to bite? That's what I'm wondering. Look at where I'm casting, right there, right there. I like that spot. I like that spot because it's right next to the drop off between the deeper part and that little island. Let's see if there's any bass there. Come on, bass, I know you're there. The lizard should be a good lure to get us a bite. Let's see if it will though. There we go. Dragging it on the bottom. Cannot make this up, you guys. And this is a good one. You wanted that lizard. It's a monster. So this is one of the bigger ones that you'll see in this pond. Look at that. That's a nice one right there. That's one of the big Mont Belvieu City Park pond bass. I'm letting y'all know the secrets, you guys. Let's get a quick weight on her. Only, oh man, I'm gonna drop everything. Only because y'all are subscribed to the channel. I'm showing y'all the secrets. Zero out the scale real quick. I'm gonna guess it's a 2. It looks like it's 2 something. Oh yeah, 210. Not bad. Let me get a quick picture and we're gonna let her back in. That is a nice one. Like I said, right in the center, dragging the lizard. Very nice, very nice. That is exciting. Let's let her back in now. Yes. Thanks for biting, bass. Thanks for biting. Woo, she was ready to go. Alright, you guys, so I'm back at the house now, and as you can see in today's video, it was kind of tough to fish at that pond today. I knew going into that pond that going there, I knew it was going to be tough. Normally, that pond is very tough to fish. That's actually one of the first ponds I started filming my YouTube videos on, and I used to go there and not catch fish days and days and days in a row, but you can't give up. And what I've learned as fishing that pond more and more is that you really do need to keep trying different baits. Oftentimes, you're going to go there with a couple of lures tied on or a couple of lures in mind, and if that's not working, you need to quickly switch out to a different bait. That did happen to me today because I believe one of the first baits I did try was a lipless crankbait, and I did have a follow-up on it, but it was a catfish. And that's one of my go-to baits for that pond. It's one of my confidence baits. But clearly what worked today was dragging that little, this is the Zoom 6-inch black lizard. Dragging that on the bottom did get us 2 of the bites, and I think if we had done this earlier, we probably would have got more bites. Let's get back to the table, and I'm going to show you guys a couple of different lures that I like fishing at the Mont Belvieu City Park pond. Alright, you guys, so this is what I carry with me currently right now. I did put a lot of crawfish pattern lipless crankbaits. I do have another 3600 box that I carry with me also that has more of the crankbaits, a couple of top waters, and like some small swim baits. But this is like my main go-to box, my main 3600 box. I always like to fish lipless crankbaits. As you can see, I have so many here. I have some spinner baits. I'm fishing these more. They do catch fish. I have caught, I think my first biggest bass this year was on one of these spinner baits. Oh, it's not even in here. I think it's tied on somewhere. Actually, I have it in the other room. And then I have some jerk baits here. Jerk baits will catch you fish year round. And as you guys saw in today's video, this is one of them that caught us one of our bass today. The first fish of the day was on this 6-cent, what do they call it? The Provoke 106. So it's 106 millimeters long. You have 3 treble hooks. Very good action on these jerkbaits. I used to not fish jerkbaits that were this size just because that one hanging there. I have more confidence in some that are about that size. That's an 80 millimeter. I feel like if you're fishing a smaller jerkbait, you have a better chance at catching fish. That's a reaction strike. XRM 80. Again, that's an 80 millimeter jerkbait. This one does have 2 trebles, but I've had no problem catching bass on this jerkbait. I think I'm at about like 8 or 9 bass on that single lure. That 6-cent one, I've barely been fishing it, but I think I've caught 2 now, including the one, so that's 2. This one here has caught me many fish. I really like these. This is the Rapala Ripstop 9. These are a little bit pricey. These are going to retail for about $10. They will catch you many fish. And this is one that has caught me many fish also at the Mont Belvieu City Park pond. Oftentimes fishing a jerkbait there will get you the bites pretty good. Again, you got to try different lures, so the jerkbait's just one of those that I do use there a lot. Another one that I use there a lot is this here, a chrome or shiny lipless. You don't have to use this exact one, just get you a shiny lipless crankbait. Make sure it has good rattles in there, and you can try different brands to have different sounds, and of course you want to have different colors with you. The chrome Bill Lewis rattle trap. Oh yeah, here's the other one. I also use the cotton cordels. This is a 1/2 ounce. So the Bill Lewis Rod Trap, those are around $6 now. It seems like prices on everything's going up. They used to be $5. I believe if you find these at Walmart, it's about $5. These are also at Walmart. Cotton cordels, they're about $2. These will catch you bass. I've caught many bass on this exact one. Maybe not this exact one, but you know, the same color. If I ever lose it, I'll go buy another one. It's only $2. But you want to find these, the 1/2 ounce cotton cordel crawfish pattern. Many bass with that one at the Mont Belvieu City Park Pond. And you'll know when that bite is on. If the lipless crankbait is on, if that bite is on, they are going to chase it to the bank. They'll sometimes try and hit it right at the very end as you're about to bring the lure out of the water. If you notice that, maybe you need to slow down a little bit. But oftentimes, you will have those days where that bite is on and you will know because fish after fish will chase it up to the bank. I've had a couple of times where that's happened to me at the Mont Belvieu City Park Pond. So I believe that that's like one of my go-to baits for that pond. Now, because of all that grass there, I don't really fish crankbaits there. But I have had, I believe, a couple of bass on a regular crankbait. But the crankbait, you know, it's going to dive down. And there's just a ton of grass in that pond. I feel like year-round. That's why I don't fish crankbaits. I don't fish the Ned rig a lot there or the drop shot. You're just going to catch a lot of grass. I have seen people catch them on topwater there. I myself caught my first topwater bass there on a frog. I was super excited. I actually hooked them, which was crazy because I used to miss them a lot. Fishing with a frog can be tricky, but that's also another one that's really good when the sun starts to go down. Fish a topwater frog. I've seen people, I remember this one time I was fishing out there, I've seen a guy catch him on the whopper plopper. I myself haven't fished the whopper plopper enough to ever caught a fish on it, but I do have some that I still need to try. I think eventually here, as the days keep getting warmer, I will go out there again in the evening and try to get some more topwater bites. And I do want to catch one on the whopper plopper. One of my first lures that I used at that pond is this here. And this is actually the exact type right here. The Yum Dinger 5-inch. You find these, they're normally $2.99 at Academy. This is watermelon red flake. This is a really good lure. This lure, this color. I mean, this is a brand new pack. I went through the other pack. I recommend this in the 5-inch size or the 4-inch size. That little smaller one, you downsize a little bit, you might get more bites. I do have the 4-inch pack. That one's already open. I've been fishing them lately. That has caught me many fish at the Mont Belvieu City Park Pond. Now, I also brought this here because this has caught me fish there, but not just this curly tail worm. So I'm going to tell you, try different colors, try different brands. This is just an example of one curly tail worm that I fished there that has caught me bass. This is the Exo Ribbon 10-inch in June bug. Now, that is a key color there. June bug works extremely well in dirty water and clear water, and that pond I feel like is very clear, and that has to do partly because of all the grass that's in there. That whenever there's a pond with a lot of grass, it's normally going to keep that pond very healthy, and the water's typically going to be clearer. That also depends on the bottom of the pond. Some ponds are like very clay on the bottom, a whole lot of clay, not a lot of grass. The pond's probably going to be dirtier, but June bug will work in both dirty and clear. Same with that watermelon red, dirty and clear. Now this, they say black will work in dirty and clear, but I believe black is extremely, how can I say this, even better whenever the water's dirtier, even better when the sun starts to go down. Many people will say that. You can Google it up and do some research on fishing black. Many people fish black in night fishing. That's why I like to fish this 6-inch black lizard when the sun starts to really go down. They're gonna see that silhouette or the shape, the outline of that lure down there, and they're gonna be able to key in on it much better. They'll see it from further than a natural color, and they're gonna go and bite that lure. As you can see, that day I was dragging the 6-inch lizard and I caught 2 fish. I'm not gonna lie, on this exact lizard, I don't remember how many bass I've caught, maybe like 4 of them or 5, including the 2 from that day. So I'm starting to gain more confidence in the Zoom 6-inch lizards. It's just not a bait that I fish a lot. I really do fish Yum Dingers a lot. I fish curly tail worms a lot. Of course, the lipless crankbaits, the jerk baits, the spinner baits. I've never caught a bass there with the spinner bait. But I feel like if I had to say the lures that have caught me the most bass there, it's for sure going to be that Yum Dinger and the jerk baits. I mean, when that bite is on, and the lipless crankbait. I mean, it's almost like a tie. But of course, between the 3, the Yum Dinger, That's one of my go-tos there. Because of how much grass there is, you fish this on a Texas rig, you're gonna catch many fish. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm trying to give you guys some tips, let you know, a couple of tips and tricks, especially for that pond, that Mont Belvieu City Park pond. I oftentimes go there and see many people struggle, and it's kind of not fair, but that's kind of what happens when a lot of people fish the spot. The bass are gonna know all the baits. You kind of have to trick them a little bit. They've already seen everything. So you have to continue to try different lures. As you can see in the beginning of the video, I was fishing the lipless crankbait. When they were out, had that catfish chase up, but didn't really bite it, and I didn't see any bass following, I knew I had to switch out. I believe I tied on a crankbait, and then I tied on, I think it was a jig, and I didn't have any bites. I can't remember what other lures I've tried. I did catch one on that jerkbait, but I didn't think that we would catch as many fish on it. I knew I had to go to a Texas rig. That's why I was throwing that lizard towards the end. And again, I kind of went for this one because it was the black color. That's the only black color lure I had in my backpack at the time, and it did catch us 2 fish. Otherwise, we would have been stuck with only 1 bass that we got on that jerkbait. I probably wouldn't have even made a video. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this type of video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe.